it's the best Carson World ever, maybe.
This week we saw the NCAA finals, we saw two Diamond Leagues and also a 13-year-old girl running a 51. But while I made this video, an 18-year-old high schooler ran a 987 and won against all the pros including Coleman and Hicklin and Charleston. I'm not gonna cover this more deeply because it's already caused a lot of upset, and the guy basically called Christian Coleman rolled, and Coleman got angry, and yeah, he already ran a wind legal sub 10 earlier this year as well. We also saw Tyreek Hill hit the track this weekend with 10:15 in the 100, and yeah, Tyreek Hill got that one right. Noah could never run that slow in the 100. Yes, now we can finally move on to the Diamond League. First in Oslo, where we saw the unusual distance of 300-meter hurdles, and we had the whole trio. Rob Benjamin looked really strong until the last 100 meters, where Carson Warholm passed him and made a new world record in this distance, and Benjamin made the second fastest ever. It's crazy that this event has had only 3 athletes that are so far ahead for so many years right now. In the women's 400 hurdles, we saw the second best heptathlete of all time, Anna Hall, running this event, which is not even included in the heptathlon. In the women's 400 meters, we saw Henriette Jaeger battle it out against Whitaker from United States in a really close race. Jaeger, the home favorite, had the lead for about 390 meters. Then Whitaker stole a win in front of her. Henrietta Jaeger, though, with the nosedive, smashed her own personal best and made the new Norwegian record on home soil. Overall, a solid race, and shout out to Whitaker for taking the victory. In the women's 100 meters, we saw the Olympic champion Julian Alfred, and we can see why she is the Olympic champion. She's heating up right now, and in Tokyo I can't imagine what times she will be running. We also saw the men's 200 meters, but I can't lie, it's kinda mid right now, because if we have no Bednarek or no college kids in the 200, they aren't gonna run sub 20. But I'm not gonna hate because the NCAA athletes are peaked right now, and these guys are peaking for September. Speaking of the NCAA, we had the finals last week. In the men's 100, Ajaji was the favorite to win. He was the fastest qualifier to the final. Arguably a bigger favorite than Jordan Anthony, even though he ran a 9.75 a couple of weeks ago. Anthony was looking pretty rusty in the semis and was given lane 9 in the final.
Great start by McCallum, but also for Ocon. Israel Ocon got out great. It's Ocon. Israel Ocon. Now here comes Jelani Watkins at the end. Watkins just outleading Ajayi.
And yeah, as you saw, Jordan Anthony snatched the win in lane 9, proving the doubters wrong.
This is what I'm made of, being doubted, coming from nothing, so I'm on an island by myself in lane 9.
After his title in the 100, he decided to drop his NCAA eligibility and go pro. In the men's 200, we also saw the victory being snatched from lane 9 with Makarabu running a really strong race. This time was also the second fastest 200 this year, shared with King Kenny. In the women's long hurdles at the NCAA finals, we saw Savannah Sutherland from Canada running the second fastest time this year. This time was also the collegiate record taken from the GOAT Sydney McLaughlin, and that's arguably even bigger. It's gonna be really interesting to see what times Sutherland is planning to run in the future, because the event really needs someone else right now because it's pretty much 2 athletes. The women's 100 was looking to be a really fast one, but it was pretty much ruined with a false start and a really strong headwind.
Great
However, shout out to Moody for taking the championship title, even though we all expected a really fast race.
They're running into a head.
In the men's 110 hurdles, we had a clear favorite in Jacoby Tharp, who has been looking really good.
Great start for Tharp. Jacoby Tharp and Zachary Eckstein. Eckstein is right there in lane 3. Tharp and Eckstein. Tharp and
An
Eckstein.
extremely clean race from Tharp, who didn't hit a single hurdle and ran the third fastest time this year with 3 Americans in the top 3. In the men's discus, we had the world record holder Alekna throwing a pretty mid 66 meters, which didn't take the victory this time. Because this time the victory went to Rafford Mullings throwing 69 meters, and this means that the world record holder Alekna hasn't got a single NCAA finals victory. At the Star Athletics Sprint Series, we saw TT Terry being back in shape, running a 10.85 in legal wins. And at the FBK Games in Hengelo, Netherlands, we saw Tinch proving his consistency once again in the hurdles. And yeah, moving on to the second Diamond League of the last week in Stockholm, we saw a new world record in the pole vault. I don't know if you're surprised anymore, but it was Duplantis beating his own world record, setting a new one at 6:28. And yeah, Duplantis is open, especially on Swedish TV, that he is just going out partying and drinking after setting a new world record.
Nice little party there too, and just ride off in the sunset.
But who can blame him, honestly? He's so superior right now, and I would honestly do the same thing. And yeah, Alfred ran once again at the Stockholm Diamond League, running an even better time and the second fastest time in the world this year. It's gonna be really tough for anyone to beat the Olympic champion this year, I think. And for the weekly distance segment, I'm gonna throw in Andreas Almgren's new European record in the 5K, ran on home soil.
Through the line! It's a new European record!
In the men's 800, we saw a new world lead from Emmanuel Wanyonyi, running the first time beginning with 1:41 this year.
Siratsi's coming, Mula's coming, but they're not going to catch Wanyonyi. Siratsky finishing very quickly, as he often does, but Wanyonyi's going to take it. Look at the time, 1:41.95. He drags everybody to yet another.
And now, arguably the most exciting race in Stockholm, the long hurdles men, because we have the fastest all time, the second fastest all time, and the third fastest athlete of all time running this distance here. And it's really rare to see Warholm this stiff in the last 100. Maybe he's just tired from his world record. Shout out to Benjamin though. Yes guys, that's it for this week. I know this video is pretty all over the place, but I just wanted to post something this week. So yeah, hope you enjoy it.